Welcome to yet another episode of the Guerrilla Press. We are the Wrestling Dorks. I am John, joined as always to my left by the talker of talking, Sam. Welcome to this week's episode.
Thank you for having me.
I'm glad to have you here. Are we too close? Are we leaning too close to each other?
I want to lean over. Get a little closer to you.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, look, we have on a replay of Smackdown. And remember last week we were talking about the United States tournament?
Yeah, we're morons. I'm a moron, actually. Jinder Mahal's apparently in it. Who did I think was in it? Baron Corbin.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm stupid. I actually did not get to watch all of SmackDown. I kind of caught bits and pieces.
You.
Yeah, well,
always out, always on the town.
I'm so busy outspending money I don't have on things I don't want to do with people I don't want to hang out with. It's a really great life I'm leading. But anyways, we've got a lot to talk about this week because we are coming up to a couple big things. We're only 2 weeks away from the 25th anniversary of Raw. 3 weeks away from the Rumble.
That's exciting. I might be more excited for Raw.
I think I kind of am.
See who comes back.
Well, and it supposedly is 5 hours long.
It's not. They debunked that. It's a 3-hour show.
Oh. Well, no, I think the show is 3 hours, but I think I heard that there's going to be like a lot before and after.
Okay. It's from two different locations, too.
Yeah. So I wonder how that's going to be on TV. Like, they should put like one arena on USA and the other on
the network,
like sports or NBC Sports or something. You know, because it's all NBC. Universal,
they won't be using the network for that. You know, they don't put anything.
Yeah, they don't, which is crazy. The only live show that's ever on there is freaking 205 Live and the pay-per-views.
Like this mixed match challenge is on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm actually intrigued by that because if the matches are like during the day, that'd be kind of cool.
You mean when they show them?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm sure they're all going to be taped.
Yeah, because I think that'd be kind of cool. Like, if it's like in the evening, I'm probably less inclined to watch it than like if it's during the day when I'm at work. Or
when you're at work doing nothing.
Doing nothing. Yeah. No, sometimes I'm busy.
Just in case somebody from work's listening, sometimes you're busy.
Well, I already said I don't want to hang out with them, so I might as well just.
Oh, I thought you were referring to JLucky. That you don't want to hang out there.
No, she's the only person I want to hang out with. Well, I guess you. I have 2 friends in this world, and they're both in the room right now.
You invite me to trivia, and I never go. It's like I don't know.
Why? I know.
Dude, I fell asleep at 6:45 yesterday and woke up at 9:30, and it was great.
Again, he was texting me notes last night at like 11 o'clock. We were getting ready to go to bed, and he's texting me notes. I'm like...
I'm sitting there like, you know what? Tonight would be a good night to go to bed early.
And then
I did go to bed early, 6:45. And then I woke up and started Smackdown at like 9:30.
Nice work. Well, yeah, I invite you to trivia literally every single Tuesday. I'm like, you know what?
It's always like, I feel like it's nice though for me to have like, because I have darts usually on Mondays and bowling Wednesdays and pool Thursday. So Tuesday I just want to go home, and usually I'm tired because Monday I'm up late and whatever. It's fuck is.
Oh.
Don't like it. You don't want to hang out with the people. What makes you think I want to hang out with them?
Well, I know you don't, but I think that if you were there, it might be more exciting.
You just want me there to like make the crowd a little bit more cooler.
Yeah. You need to bring up the cool factor. That's why people invite you to places.
Yeah.
How can we make it cooler right now?
How can we make our average weight higher?
Oh my God! Let's not talk about being fat, because I've started, I think, my 56th new diet of my life. So,
what? You don't start diets. You just.
I wouldn't call it a diet. It's actually not a diet. It's just another reset. You know.
It's kind of like eating healthy and working out. There's really nothing.
Yeah, but it's like
you always just die, and then I'm like, "Yo, stop on over for nachos."
Well, I know that's the thing. Like,
that's our cheat night and weekends.
Yeah, just weekends and Mondays.
So you have 3 of 7 days are cheat days.
Well, Friday counts too. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
4 of 7 cheat, 3 good days. Yeah. I like how you guys think.
Yeah.
Man, imagine if you didn't run 1,000 miles a year.
Dude, I would be monstrous. Oat and I were talking about this the other day. I am genetically disposed to just be a big fat whale. Because there's no way that a human being, and we've talked about it on the show before, that works out as much as I do should take up as much of this couch as I do.
It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
He did. He texted me yesterday morning. I think it was like 10 o'clock. And the text, all it said is, "You are amazing." And I was like, well shit, thank you. I didn't know, like, in no context. And I was like, do explain. He's like, somehow you work out like crazy and you're still fat. I'm like,
the main reason I said it is because every fucking morning, like, the first thing that I fucking see is the goddamn MyFitness app, and it's like, tell Pirate Fan John he did a great job, and I've been sleeping for like an hour or 2 hours still, and He ran 6 miles and jerked off 3 times. Yeah.
I started putting that into my fitness pal. Like, I might as well get those calories too. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's.
It means you could eat a few more goldfish throughout the day.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Counting them fish.
We should talk about some wrestling because if we talk about my waistline, I'm just gonna go eat like another plate of nachos.
I think you told me your waistline expanding.
Yeah, so it's a bummer. So, but we have Vegas in like 12 weeks, so that's why I'm like.
You mean you?
Yeah.
When you say we, the audience. No, I never said I wouldn't go. I just said you planned it at a time I really probably can't go because it's the end of tax season.
It is. It's like April 13th, which is like the worst possible day for him to go.
So you fat shit.
So Raw Monday night, we had a main event of the Balor Club, which is apparently an actual thing. We debated last week whether we thought it would be an actual thing.
I told you it was going to be. You don't listen to me.
I don't, because usually you're wrong. Against the Reigns, Jordan, and Rollins. Are you liking that they're kind of putting these guys together and doing like a faction thing? You know I am. I mean...
You mean like those specifically? I mean, we were talking the other week or a couple weeks back that, you know, we had it on the Dorky Awards, like Gallows and Anderson, the Good Brothers were being, you know, underutilized, and now they found something
Absolutely.
for them. I don't know how long term it is, but I think in the short term it's definitely a good thing and immediately brings up their, you know, relevance.
Totally.
They got the victory.
They got the win, too.
You know, and now they're doing this whole thing where, you know, Jordan, I mean, it's clear they're setting up that, you know, Jordan's going to have a heel turn.
Yeah, he's essentially like booed out of the building every time he wrestles anyways. And I like that he's like doing the getting in the way.
And like, oh, gee shucks, like, it's not my fault. Like,
keeps fucking things up, and
it's not my fault.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Yeah. And everybody hates him. I mean, I don't know anybody that's like, oh, thank goodness Jason Jordan's in this match. You know
I enjoy him.
Oh, whoops. I guess you really do?
Why not?
Don't you think he's like a whiny bitch?
Or is that like the role Roman Reigns?
Okay.
It's the role he's playing.
Yeah.
Whereas Roman Reigns is just, that's Roman Reigns.
And we already determined like a month ago that he is way hotter than Roman Reigns, too.
Oh, well, his body's better, but I'm telling you, when they like pull the trigger on this Jordan thing, if they do it right, you're gonna see, I think he's got the chops, and it's gonna work.
I really think that it would be great because it would be awesome to have another new like awesome badass heel, kind of like.
And then when they do that, he's going to get over and he's going to go to being a big face.
Yeah, he'll be.
It's going to be just like The Rock. I'm telling you, it's going to be The Rock Part 2.
Wow. All right.
Maybe not to that level, but.
Well, yeah, he's not going to be like in Fast and Furious 12.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I totally can see that because that's how guys get over. Sometimes everybody except for Roman Reigns gets booed out of the, you know, if you get booed like crazy, then they're like, okay, let's make him a heel. Kind of like Rufus. You know what I mean? He got over as a heel, and now he's coming back around again.
You'll have to talk about that match then, although you may not have seen it on this show. Did you see it?
I read about it. I didn't get to see it, but no, I totally read about it. So I like to read things. So next thing I wanted to talk about, how much of that Enzo injury is real? Do you think like the ankle?
The ankle, I think, was planned. As part of the match, but him getting busted open was definitely the hard way.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. I mean, I think that it happened on that Alexander bounced off the ropes and hit him with a back spring elbow or something.
And right in the eyebrow area, which is, you know, sensitive. So.
Yeah, he was bleeding like it almost looked like the old days where the blood is like they use those thinners or whatever to make their blood like really come pouring out, and it looked really ugly. So you think that's a fake?
You think that he was trying to make the blood look better?
No, I don't think Enzo was. I'm just saying it looked like that to me because he was...
How about I'll pop you right now in the brow real good and see what happens?
I wonder. How bad? See, I don't feel like it would come pouring out of my face, though.
I don't know. Well, I got popped and it didn't do anything. It just... it was underneath and it came blown out like a softball coming out.
Well, that's what I feel like would happen.
Yeah.
You'd have to be like the perfect spot because I don't feel like is there.
Why don't we just keep just pounding?
Let's just sit here on next week's episode.
I played like crazy.
Yeah, but
anywhere.
I feel like.
Here, do you have a gun? I'll shoot him in the head and we'll see how much blood comes out.
All right, I'll find one.
You'll find one. That's sweet. You guys are awesome. These are my only 2 friends in the world, by the way, except for the fans, of course.
No, yeah, you have plenty of fans out there.
I'm talking about the people that are listening to the show. Oh my god. Alright, so another Titus Worldwide gets a roll-up victory over the bar. What's your thoughts on this? Because I have thoughts.
again, I just think it was, let's throw them a bone. We'll make it a fluke win. That way, when somebody actually beats Titus Worldwide, it means a little something more because you just got to win over Der Bar. Okay. And I think who's going to be set up down the road to start a feud with Titus Worldwide is Dash and Wilder.
The Revival. I mean, we've talked about it before. They're so lacking on tag team that especially now that Gallows and Anderson are busy with what other shit.
Yeah, Dash and Wilder came back. the Revival came back for one. They've had one match, and it's almost like they don't have anything to do with them. So now they're just kind of sitting there flopping in the wind like a sack of balls.
Like a sack of balls?
Yeah.
All right, not bad. Okay. I think that Titus Worldwide, they're actually going to build him up. I don't think it's going to be like a title, tag team title material or anything like that, but they've been a joke for so many months. I think that they are, like you said, throw them a bone, but more than just to build them up to feed them to somebody else. I think that they might actually be, because they gave him Dana Brooks, and now they have a kind of a manager. I feel like it's...
No.
No?
No.
You don't feel like they're going to be a halfway legit tag team?
No.
I mean, they're going to be more than an Ascension, but not to like Uso level. You know what I mean? It is the way I look at it. Like somewhere...
I'll say they'll be slightly more maybe than Ascension at most.
Okay.
They need to teach her how to walk in heels.
Yes. We were talking about this. Heels and like a skirt. Like Dana Brooke has a problem where her legs are really far apart when she's walking in a skirt.
Yeah, I don't look at Dana Brooke much.
Well, I don't either, but like...
Oh, you do. That's what you like.
Come on. Yeah.
That's how you like it, don't you?
Yeah. When they came out, she like stood with her legs like so far apart and was walking down like a guy, essentially. I mean, I guess because...
I just pictured that it would be like a guy wearing heels and trying to walk down a ramp. It was pretty amusing. Yeah,
she does need to kind of learn how to walk in heels because it was just... You'll check it out next time.
However, it does add a little humor to it.
It's unintentional.
She's trying to be like super sexy, but she's really not.
I mean, she was...
You might think she's not super sexy. I don't look at her because I know I can't handle myself when I do.
Oh, you think she's so sexy that when you look at her, you're just going to have to...
Yes.
Burn some calories real quick. Nice. Okay, alright, so they're not in the tag team picture according to Sam. We'll see that at next year's WrestleMania when your new tag team champions, Titus Worldwide, then I'll be right. Alright, let's talk about the big moment of the night. Braun pulls down, he finds a grappling hook, which...
Yeah, as soon as I saw the grappling hook, I was like, gee, where the hell are they? At first I'm like, he's going to throw it in Kane and pull his eyeball out.
Yeah, I was like, that's more ridiculous than the set coming down on top of those guys, is that he found a grappling hook. And then I wonder how many takes it took them for him to actually, like...
It could happen. I find them all the time.
There's always grappling hooks?
All the time.
Like...
It's crazy. Like, you think back to last year, they've had Strowman do so many, like, over-the-top, like, crazy things. It's like, that's, like, his thing now.
It is his thing. And he doesn't even need to have a world or a title.
He will, though.
He won't.
Never?
I don't think he will.
Oh, yeah. He will.
No, he won't.
If they don't put that... I mean, he's red hot, although... As we already know, it's going to be Roman over...
Yeah, it's Roman, and it's always going to be somebody else.
Maybe Braun takes it off Roman at SummerSlam.
No, Braun just doesn't win it.
No, Braun takes it off Roman.
He could find a grappling hook.
Everybody
He can't
goes
find
nuts for it.
Yeah, see, no, I don't think so. But, yeah, so let's suspend reality for a second and just assume there's grappling hooks in every chest that you open up.
Just like there's, like, ladders and kendo sticks and chairs
exactly.
under
every ring. Yeah, under every table you look under, there's...
I was waiting for me to say, oh my!
And so that backstage segment was definitely, like, taped, right?
It had
like,
to be,
cut
yeah.
to it. Because
I think so.
I was thinking, when he got the grappling hook, I'm like, how many throws is it going to take him to get it? Oh, first throw. Okay, he got it.
Unless they just know he's, like, good like that, you know?
He has grappling hook skills.
Hey,
That's
good.
Hey, Braun, what do you know how to do? I happen to know grappling hook. I don't know. What can we do with that?
So you were just worried if it wasn't taped that he'd be throwing a few times?
Like forever.
It wasn't that far of a throw.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
He not only threw it over the thing.
It's got hooks on it.
Yeah, but it hooked on itself. You know, like that's... Like, you could easily hook it on something. He could have, like, hooked it on 3/4 of the way up.
Dude, he's country strong. He knows grappling hooks.
They don't use grappling hooks in the country.
In his country, they do.
They use grappling hooks to, like, scale castle walls.
Which he has.
No, they don't do that in the country.
He actually pulled down the entire Great Wall with one of them hooks.
But anyways, clearly a taped segment. And then I found it was funny that all the medical attention went to Brock, and Kane just like they were like, nah, he's good, he's old.
Yeah, well, Brock got taken off in the ambulance, and Kane didn't.
Right.
That was interesting.
And there were no medical personnel for Kane. Kane just was like...
They were saying, and you hear Brock like saying he didn't want to go, and then Paul's like, I'm definitely getting in the ambulance.
I know, it was
I'm
kind of
so
funny.
sorry. He was like apologizing to him.
Yeah, she laughed because she's like, oh, of course Paul's going to go with him. Like, he's his lover, type of thing, because she has a hatred.
Yeah. It's his... I mean... Everybody needs a Paul Heyman.
I mean, when the doctors ask him questions, who's going to answer? Because he obviously doesn't know how to talk, so somebody needs to speak for him.
He's the talker of talking.
No! Yeah, Paul Heyman.
Where it originates from.
Yeah. Paul Heyman's the talker of talking, but Brock, yeah, you're right. Like, they're like, hey, Brock, what's your blood type? I can't answer that question. Ask my...
He would talk in his whiny bitch voice.
Oh, my God.
Paul Heyman would
This is all stems from jealousy about how he stands in the ring and bounces.
It must be.
It
has to be.
Clearly what it is. I wondered this whole time why she hates Brock so much. It's because when he jumps around in the ring, he can bounce.
Yeah, his boobs bounce.
He does nothing.
He
main events, pay-per-views,
yeah.
main events, WrestleMania.
He's held the Universal
That's all he does.
Makes millions of dollars.
How many main events have you had? How many
0
belts have you held? Well, I guess you did hold some belts.
RC
you held some RCW.
She's
belts.
just jealous that he's plowing Sable.
Is that what it is? You're jealous of the Sable?
What she looks like now? I haven't even seen her.
I think she's pushing 50. She wants to be she wants to be Sable. She's jealous of Sable.
No, I really don't.
Yeah,
I have no interest in Brock Lesnar.
God,
at
I
all.
freaking wish you had Brock Lesnar. Please don't.
No.
This is like us saying, like, oh, I have no interest in certain...
Dana Brooke.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, maybe not.
Yeah.
No,
Brock
Dana...
Lesnar to me is probably like Dana Brooke to you.
Probably not.
Nope, yes, probably
No.
is. You want Brock Lesnar more than I want Brock Lesnar.
Look at him!
He's got a point.
He's huge!
Yeah, and I bet you certain parts of him are not.
Oh,
now
she's
taking Jesus.
penis jokes now. Jeez.
I apologize
Penis
for anybody
shaming.
listening to the podcast that... we have somebody in here trying to make somebody feel bad about things they can't do anything about.
Yeah, that's called penis bullying.
Yeah. She likes to just body shame people.
To Dana Brooke.
She's a body shamer. I was not. I just
said she doesn't know how to walk in heels. I didn't say...
She's a body shamer, is what she does.
Yeah.
Not men and women, though. She's fair about it. She does it to both
Yeah,
sexes.
she makes fun of Brock's
Makes
bouncing
everybody
boobs.
feel bad about
Yeah,
themselves.
she said Sable looks like an old
I
hat.
made fun of his bouncing boobs. I said that's all he's good for. He comes out, he bounces his boobs. That's it.
And he F5s people.
Yeah, because they help him to do it.
Oh, my
to
God.
themselves, because
No,
he
well,
can't
it's
do it.
wrestling. They have to help you. You can't. You think somebody's going to let you do...
If I tried to F5 Sam
Look
right
at
now...
the damn disarmer.
But that's all he
That's
does.
not how you put somebody in an arm bar. But
But that's all he does. He
Oh
can't
my
even
God.
talk.
Brock Lesnar is amazing.
He cannot even talk.
That's why he has
I wish he
Paul
came
Heyman.
in here right now and destroyed all of us
He
instantly.
just ripped the door off.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of wish he was here like a half an hour
Yeah,
ago.
that would have been sweet. Yeah. No, Brock, I'm stronger than you.
He'd be like, come in with his whiny bitch voice, so there's nothing scary about his whiny bitch voice.
Yeah. His voice... He doesn't intimidate with his voice.
Yeah, what's the point?
He barely intimidates. Oh, bouncing his boobs. Ooh, that's scary.
Those things are huge. I mean, that's
The
intimidation.
man
Knock
has
somebody
a
out with
dagger on his chest.
Yeah. And like a dragon on the back or something.
Yeah.
And he...
Oh, so scary. So scary.
Oh my God.
He's
You know,
like-
now we have to go to the Rumble because she's...
Of the like...
Wait, are you telling me if you two got daggers on your chest?
Would be bad.
No, it won't work for us, but
Dragons
it works for a man that looks like that, and
Yeah.
we can
If
back
I had
it
a
up.
dagger on my chest,
Yeah.
I'd be the laughing stock of chests.
Yeah, I would
You
go.
guys could, like, come in like Brock Lesnar.
I would-
Come in.
No,
up and down.
we don't have any presence. We're not huge. We can't hurt people. He can. That's why it all
No,
works.
I don't think you really can.
Oh my God. He is
He's-
proven
He is a legitimate UFC champion.
Did he lose?
eventually.
Everybody loses at some point. He's also
His
won a
third
match, too.
match in UFC, he won the heavyweight title.
Because he can't fake it in there.
What sense does that even
That
make?
makes no sense.
Brock, I apologize.
He annoys me.
She is not being rational.
He
She's
comes
not.
out for pay-per-views. That's it.
That's because that's all he has to do.
He doesn't have to do anything else.
Yeah. But it's boring. You need to have him
Next topic.
Next topic.
What is that?
I went to Ruby Riott. I went to Smackdown because the rest of Raw. I mean, you probably want to talk about the Miz though. The Miz coming back.
You just diss on the Miz. Yeah, new hair for the Miz.
I liked it.
Yeah, so she's a Miz. She's a Miz girl.
So for her, it's
because now she thinks she can jump in because now Maurice is pregnant. She thinks it's the perfect time to jump in.
Yeah.
No,
so it's Miz's hair, nice. Miz's hair on top of Roman's body. Well, plus Brock's boobs.
Yeah.
Who else?
No.
And whose personality? I mean, seriously, who's your perfect wrestler?
The Miz is winning the title at Raw 25.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
almost
so
positive because they need to get the IC title off Roman anyway.
Well, and we talked about before. We think that Roman was just holding it for the Miz while he was shooting his movie.
It'll be interference, maybe by a guest, or they'll do something where you can have Elias cost him the title.
I was thinking Jason Jordan fucks it up.
Could be that too, yeah.
Because you could almost have like a Jason Jordan and Roman Reigns thing for a little bit until Roman's ready for the... I mean, it could be. But yeah, that's a pretty big match. I mean, not only you have all these freaking awesome people coming back, but you're going to have an IC title match where it's probably going to be a great match. I don't know. I have a thing about Raw 25. Here's my only beef with it. So we're just going to let Triple H come back and be DX. I mean, isn't he like the biggest dick in the world, in the wrestling world? And then we're just supposed to like suspend disbelief, and now he comes out with the green glow sticks, and we're like, oh, we love you again.
Is he going to do that?
They said DX is coming back, and they showed him and Shawn Michaels.
Maybe they just meant Shawn Michaels, X-Pac, Road Dogg.
Maybe, but they showed Triple H and Shawn Michaels in the ring doing like the crotch chop.
I know people want it, so
I know, but it's funny to think like it's almost like he's a different. We're supposed to treat him like a different guy.
He's going to be wrestling at Mania.
Yeah,
Braun Strowman,
and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with him wrestling at Mania. I really am. I think we talked about it before that it's like I like the special attraction matches because it's a fucking 5-hour show. Not all the matches are going to be storyline. It's
too long of a show anyway.
It's way too goddamn long.
5 fucking hours.
I gotta find out if we have the kids that night. See if we're gonna hang out with you and watch the Mania this time, like last year.
Yeah, the kids.
Yeah, we'll see.
They're gonna be watching Mania, aren't they? Aren't they gonna demand that they watch?
Well, they don't have the network where they're going.
I think they should demand that the network be purchased.
So, talk about the Miz's plans. I thought that was pretty funny with Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel when they were trying to give him gifts.
Yeah.
To impress him. And Bo Dallas hands him a photo of the Miz. And Miz is like, oh, thanks for this photo of myself. And Bo Dallas, it was like an underhanded thing. He goes, I don't know how I'm going to sleep without that tonight. And it was just really funny the way that he said that. It was like, oh, he sleeps with a picture of the Miz.
I'm interested to see where they go with Elias, too.
Yeah.
I like that WWE walk with Elias.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
WWE stands for Walk with Elias.
That's right.
I like it. I told you from the get-go that I liked Elias. So I just want to let it be known that I've been the first fan of Elias.
And then you'll stop liking him once,
Yeah, once you like him, then that means that he jumped the shark because you're Shark Man. So, hey, see what I did there? So, okay, do you want to move on to SmackDown, or do you need to talk about Asuka and that rolling senton or whatever Nia Jax did? Did you see that? She threw Asuka down and then she tumbled on top of her. It's 285 pounds of woman landing on your chest.
No, I didn't see it.
Holy moly! We saw it twice, and it was
she
rough. just like a forward roll, but she landed her entire big ass on Asuka. It looked like it was actually like you would have been really crushed.
I saw she attacked her before the match. I must have just...
Isn't it crazy to think that Nia Jax outweighs you by how much does she outweigh you by? That's a really big woman.
She weighs 285 pounds, 60 pounds.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
She's also taller than me, probably though. I think what's her?
I mean, that's a lot. I mean,
what's her height?
We're not thin men, so to think that a woman,
she's a large woman though,
but an athletic woman. You know what I mean?
She's really tall. It looks like anyway. Maybe
it looks like it. She's always standing next to Alexa Bliss, so.
Although, I wonder what she's listed at because their heights are always... She's listed... Here it says 6'240", so they might be jacked. Yeah, they might be jacked.
Okay, maybe she's 240. Because I was just thinking that earlier. I'm like,
although
there's no way that...
Dude, if she's 6 foot, she's probably only 5'10". If she's 5'10", though, and you look at her and you look at me, she is way bigger than me.
Yeah. I guess I'm just thinking it's hard to fathom a woman That's not like bedridden, being that monstrous.
Your ex-wife?
Come on,
Jesus, was that a
I was trying to set you up for that. Or I wasn't trying to set you up for that one.
And your ex-wife was like a foot shorter than Nia Jax.
Yeah. It's hard to think like...
Folks, can you imagine he was trying to mount that mountain of a woman?
Not Nia Jax. Can we go to SmackDown yet, or are you...
Hopefully she doesn't listen to this podcast. Although she hated me, so I don't feel bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that you were pretty much her second least favorite person in the world.
I was persona non grata.
Yeah.
He was number one for the longest time.
Yeah, you were number one, public enemy number one for a long time. I don't know where that came from.
You think if I could have stayed number one, if I would have, got you off a few times?
Yeah, perhaps you could have.
I would have broken. Damn it, had I known.
Don't you hate that you're not number one hated?
I know. Well, because of sex. That's bullshit. I'm going to rank myself non-sex number one.
Okay. The non-sex most hated person. Okay. That's not bad.
And I've only met her. I only had met her like 4 times.
That's what I mean. I don't know how the hell you got hated so much.
I know, and she was eye rolling most of that time.
Yeah. How could she even see you? Oh my God. If she listens to this,
what a woman.
So next week we got Bobby Roode versus Mojo.
Yeah.
It's gotta be Bobby Roode. Right?
I hope.
Oh my God! If Mojo beats Bobby, no.
What do you think about Mojo's new music?
I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Was it any good or?
No, I didn't like it, but whatever. I thought it sounded like shit. But
while we're on that topic, real quick,
he did this new entrance thing too, where he pounds on the ground with the beat of the music, kind of. You'll have to check it out then.
Yeah, I will. I'll be certain to check out Mojo highlights. What did you think of Matt Hardy's new entrance?
I'm glad they finally have the piano incorporated.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. It's not as good. A lot of this so far has been not as good as it was in TNA.
Yeah.
For the most part, I'm still hoping they can try to quickly salvage it. I'm kind of hoping that, apparently I saw that they've now have the ability to bring in the other parts.
Oh, really?
So we're hopefully going to get Senior Benjamin and Queen Rebby and Max.
They got to do more than just have him laugh.
Right, exactly.
They really do.
This laughing thing is driving me nuts. That wasn't the whole character before. They need to add depth to it.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that Jeff is getting close to coming back, and they'll add that in. And I even was thinking since technically, although they've trademarked the whole Woken and Woken Warriors thing, that he would go from Woken to Broken stuff.
Nah, that won't happen.
That'd be too cool.
They're going to stick with Woken, but it's got to be, like you said, a little deeper character. It doesn't have to be an exact replica of... Yeah, I'll take another one. Why not?
Yeah, him and Bray just looking at each other, laughing.
That's ridiculous. I mean, in TNA, and I didn't watch... The only thing I watched was that at the Hardy compound or whatever, that wacky thing that they did.
Yeah, I showed you that. Yeah.
But, did he do... I mean, obviously he did more than laughing, but did he do, really maniacal, evil things, or was he just crazy?
It was more of just the things he said and longer promos.
Okay.
He had longer promos and they weren't all...
See, that shit might not fly in WWE. Just having longer
it's
promos?
It's a fucking 3-hour show. I think we can fit in
I'm
some
sure
more,
there's time.
in-depth,
I know
promos.
there's time, but...
You know, they would go to the Hardy compound and they would show him, fighting the kangaroos. And, dude, you took a sip of sparkling water and acted like it was 15 shots of vodka.
It's grapefruit.
You don't like grapefruit?
I'm not a big fan of grapefruit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I like grapefruit.
Yeah, in my 59th attempt to lose weight, I'm cutting out beer.
And drinking other shit.
Yeah.
How many calories in that bad boy?
Yeah, it's not the calories, it's the carbs.
Well, folks, now he's trying to lose weight. And this is the second beverage I've seen here. So it's 110 calories in 12 ounces and 4 carbs. So this can that he's drinking right here actually is worse than a Miller Lite. This is more calories and more carbs than a Miller Lite. This is why this fat fuck doesn't lose any weight. Because he'll drink a thing that is pretend healthy.
Hey, JLucky, go get me some Miller Lite, would you? Apparently it's better for me than this thing.
Oh, but this is gluten-free.
Oh, well that's what I like to do.
You like gluten-free
I
things.
do like
Your
gluten-free
favorite thing
people.
is gluten-free stuff.
So
we're really getting in on everybody in this episode.
We really are.
And it's just for us.
We're the only ones that understand what's going on.
Unless they're listening, that'd be great.
That'd be so awesome. So you were talking about this the other day. So the Usos suddenly are not heels. You seem to be a little bit taken aback by that.
No, I just meant I was confused on like you said, did what make them a face because they had good matches and they shook hands with the New Day?
Yeah, I mean heels don't shake hands. So as soon as that handshake happens,
it just pisses me off because they were doing I thought they were such good heels, and I know it's hard to stay heel when you have all these awesome matches that they've had, but I was kind of looking forward to them being heel longer, but I guess that's not going to happen because this is all probably going to lead because they're having the Bludgeon Bros go through everybody.
Yeah.
So Bludgeon Bros versus Usos is probably going to happen.
Yeah, Bludgeon Brothers beat up the Ascension this week, and then Breezango beat fucking Rufus. So let's talk about that. What? Explain the mindset in WWE, creative or whatever, when something is over as.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that. I mean, again, it was a cheapish victory, but yeah, Rusev Day's over right now. Again, maybe throwing a bone of legitimacy, so they get a win to Breezango, and then they'll have a rematch, and Rusev will go over.
I mean, perhaps, but okay. So Breezango, what have I been complaining about for months? They're never on TV, so they're on TV just to beat Rufus. Give me a break. It completely. I mean, I shouldn't say completely, but it definitely slows down the momentum because it makes it seem like okay, so they're over because it's funny to say Happy Rufus Day, and then. You lose like that. Does it really do anything for Rufus? It just slows it down.
But, I mean, they're not really building him up right now to the extreme.
I think they have...
Right now it's comedy.
You know my whole theory about how they don't like anybody that was made famous outside WWE? I think that they hate things that are organically got over.
This was WWE, though. It's
no.
not like Rusev Day wasn't their idea?
No. It was eventually their idea, but people were cheering for Rufus before, when he was supposed to be a heel, they were cheering. He was getting huge pops. And
yeah, but it's still their creation.
All right, whatever. So we have more Shane and Daniel Bryan build up. Shane McMahon, the best wrestler of all time. More build up. We're talking this is going to happen to
Mania.
Yeah. So
Shane and Daniel Bryan in a hell, in a cage, in an elimination chamber match at WrestleMania.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Here's Mojo.
Oh, my God. He sucks. Oh, look. He's lined up like Gronk.
Gronk doesn't really ever line up like that, but whatever.
What a fuck. Oh, look. He's fired up. Yeah. Look how fired up he is.
Yeah, he beat Zack Ryder.
Oh, it's disgusting. I've hated him for so long, and I just want him to go away, and he won't go away. It's only a 2-hour show, yet we find time for Mojo.
He's getting the push. You know what drives him? People like you.
So I need to start liking him.
If Mojo makes it big, and they probably will ask him, what kept you going? He's like, you know what? There's a lot of haters out there.
There was one particular fat man that drinks sparkling hard water.
And he thought it was healthy for him, even though it's actually worse than Miller Lite.
Yeah, don't get me started. So I wanted to ask, so it's clear that there's a Shane and Daniel Bryan thing is going to happen at Mania. Is there any other option that could possibly happen that would satisfy the fans? Do you know what I mean?
Just Daniel Bryan wrestling anybody. It doesn't have to be Shane.
Okay. Because I was wondering,
fuck Shane.
So say Daniel Bryan doesn't get cleared.
He's already cleared.
Do you think they'll try to do some
He's already cleared, in my opinion. It's just, yeah.
I just didn't know if they'd try to do a Team Shane versus Team Daniel Bryan for control. Wouldn't that be terrible?
Awful. That'd be awful.
Couldn't you see that happening?
He's already been cleared, and they just don't want it known. That's my thought process.
It's entirely possible. I'm intrigued to see what his wife looks like on the 25th anniversary of Raw. She probably looks pretty damn good.
Who?
Daniel Bryan's wife.
Oh, Bella?
Yeah.
You want to look, but you can't touch?
Not bad. Oh, so I got a couple.
How many months out from the child is she?
4, something like that. She should be back.
Oh yeah. Especially celebrity with trainer and everything.
It's all back to goods. Mm-hmm. No more. What we say? What was it? Tread on the tires or something.
Like that? Before the episode. Yeah. That's
Yeah, that's pretty good. So a couple little quick things. I guess you could call it a speed round, but I'm getting annoyed at the fake pyro sounds they're doing for certain people, like Kane. Just give me nothing. Please, just don't
Does Brock have a fake pyro sound?
Brock does not, but AJ does.
Yeah. Do you know what's weird? Remember when Brock always used to have the pyro when he did his thing?
Yeah.
And now every time he does it, in my mind, I need there to be pyro.
I do. Like he kind of like does the thing with his arms and it just looks like stupid. It makes these guys look dumb. Like,
and it's almost he was like, if I'm him, I'm like, damn it, I wish there were pyro.
Imagine this: Batista comes back and does this thing.
Yeah,
and
the machine gun.
And sorry, I have to say, yeah. But he does
this thing.
He does the machine gun thing, and there's no freaking pyro. How stupid would that look? That's what I mean. Like wrestling. Come on. Do we really need to save cost? I mean, I know Vince sold all the shares for the fucking XFL to team up with Trump, but like
the Trump FL.
Yeah, Trump FL.
That's what should be called.
But really, do we need to save? Is that how we're going to save expenses? I just. Anyways, don't give me the fake pyro sound. Kane gets fire or Kane gets nothing. He might as well just come out with no music.
No fake Technics for you?
Yeah. Bullet Club announced the date of their pay-per-view, September 1st. It's going to have it. They haven't announced the date. I mean, the place or who's going to be on it.
Is this that one we were talking about before?
Yeah, Cody
Cody Rhodes. They're calling it, though, the Bullet Club pay-per-view?
Well, no, they're just...
Oh, okay.
There's no name, there's no place.
Okay.
But apparently, the only people on the bill are Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks, and it's September 1st. That's all we know so
Is that
far.
what day of the week is that?
I'd have to look. I don't know. But it's going to be an actual pay-per-view, and they're going to see if people are still into buying wrestling pay-per-views. I kind of wonder. Because that's what I wonder about, because it's been so long since we've had actually
Depends who they get like on the show. I mean that Wrestle Kingdom 12, Jericho, and Omega got a lot of mainstream coverage.
Yeah, that did pretty well.
So, I mean... they could probably get Jericho on if they really wanted to, and they had the money, and they did something he wanted to do, you know?
Oh my god, that Mojo Rawley thing was so limp. Alright, would you
like to... limp. So you're thinking about Mojo, and you say the word limp.
I say the word limp.
Oh, yeah. Now I know where your mind is.
Yeah. Oh, god, I hate him. So, did you know? I have a little factoid for you.
Did you know segment?
Yeah, we might go back to the entrance music thing, although... We still haven't proven whether or not you're the champion of all time for the music, so once that episode airs, maybe we'll go back to it.
When is that episode going to
air? Whenever, pretty much. We kind of have it like...
We'll air it when it's no longer relevant?
Yeah, when it's no longer... When the music's no longer our thing.
Because what I'm thinking is, like, we haven't done the music yet, and it's going to, like, not make any sense anymore if we just start listening to us. I'm thinking
Royal Rumble week, maybe.
Okay.
You know, because that'll be a hot time for wrestling.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe next week then we should do a music segment so people that may be just listening into us the first time.
All right, I'll get back on the music thing for you next week. But did you know, have you ever heard of the tag team Well Done?
Of course I have.
Well, oh please, of course I have.
Timothy Well and Stephen Dunn.
Okay, well... Did you know that he died last year?
Did not
Timothy
know that.
Well? Yeah.
And you know I have a habit of killing guys off before they actually die.
Yeah, Fred Ottman's been dead forever as far as you know.
Poor Fred.
But yeah, Timothy Well died last year, and it's sad to me to think things like this. You make it to professional wrestling, you know, it's probably been your dream, and they had to have his funeral funded by a GoFundMe page. Like,
I believe it. I mean,
he didn't even have money for that.
Dude, these guys, like not a lot of them are making like crazy amounts of money. If they were, they're probably living it up, you know. And then after that, what do? Your body. It's not like it's a 40-year career.
Yeah,
your body's broken down.
And he was a wrestler for years, but then he made it to WWE for 2 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say he didn't have a big run in WWE at all. They were like a jobber team in WWE.
It's just sad that that he's that broke. You know, somebody that we kind of actually know, like we saw on TV or whatever. Could be that broke.
Just think about it, think about a lot of TV shows like a D level person. Like at the end of the day, they might not have that much money.
So I looked into it. So his funeral was funded by a GoFundMe page.
How much did that raise?
I don't know the total, but they met their goal because of a $2,500 donation by Chris Jericho.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it shows. I looked it up online. It shows Chris Irvine made a donation of $2,500 to this page. I'm like, that's fucking amazing. Chris Jericho is probably the best guy in the world.
But you still don't like CM Punk, even though he bought that house for Joey Mercury.
That was obviously...
Or something like that.
Yeah, that was obviously just publicity.
Oh, because it's Punk, and he's a punk.
He is a punk. But, I mean, is Jericho... He must be the greatest man in the world, besides Shane McMahon. But Jericho must be the greatest person Like, he doesn't, like...
But wait a second. So, let me get this straight. It's cool that Jericho gave money on the GoFundMe.
Mm-hmm.
But when I told you Chris Long gave up a year's salary, he's not taking any money on the Philadelphia... I brought this up. This should be good, folks. Chris Long, if you didn't understand, he's a Philadelphia Eagles defensive end. He gave up his entire salary to a charity, over $1 million.
I'm sure they already heard about it because they make sure to talk about it every week. And did you know how great Chris Long is and how rich his dad was?
No, and your friend and mine, JB, was saying how Chris Long is a fucking awful person for giving his up because his dad played football and he's rich. But Chris Jericho gives $2,500 and he's the greatest man to ever live. Mm-hmm. So Chris Long gives 400 times that much. And is terrible. When, by the way, I guarantee you, Chris Jericho makes more than $1 million in a year.
Chris Long is still living in that Howie Long Radio Shack money, and it's not like he has...
So you're convinced that his dad gives him money?
Yes. No. We talk about this. It's not that his dad gives him money. It's that he knows he can easily give up that salary, and it doesn't matter. He's got fallback money.
So you think he's calling up, hey, like I'm going to give this money, and I'm going to give up this money and call up my dad? He
doesn't have to call. It's the rich entitlement bullshit of like the silver spoon kid.
This is so not true. Chris Long is an unbelievably cool dude.
Oh yeah, he's so cool. I saw him run off the field during that non-play.
Oh my god! Because his dad played
gloat. He's a gloat master. Did he not?
So wait a second. If he... Why does he even play in the NFL? If his dad's super rich and wealthy, why put your body on the line?
I guess you got to do something, right?
No. Wait. Why would you do it?
I guess he's a maniac. I have no idea.
You're so far off on your belief there.
If he wasn't
it's
an
as
eagle,
far off as you drinking sparkling water.
If he was an eagle, you wouldn't give a shit.
Save money. I'm just so glad. I only heard about the story because he's an eagle,
they talk about it every single
probably because he's an eagle and it's local and that's what you hear about.
How great he is. Did you
awesome
know?
Dude, man.
Yeah, it's always like Mike Tirico. Did you know, or whoever the fuck, that Chris Long, a former New England Patriot, I might add, which just adds fuel to the fire.
So he can't obviously be a good person.
No, he cannot be a good person if he was there first, and then went from New England to Philadelphia. Which what? And no, I'm telling you, he's living up, swimming in that Radio Shack money, and yeah.
I would like you to post on Twitter something about Chris Long being terrible, and see how much hate you get. It might actually gain traction for the show because of how terrible your view is, and people just going off on you.
They want to tune in and listen. Fine. You know,
Chris Jericho, 2,500, greatest man in the world.
Chris
Jericho,
Long,
$1 million, worst person in the world.
I had to look it up. I didn't hear a peep about this thing.
That's because it's fucking Chris Jericho and it's wrestling and it's $2,500.
So what, like a fourth string defensive lineman? I have to hear about it 100 times a day.
Well, the NFL is bigger than WWE. Did you know? Is what I'm saying.
Oh, you watch your mouth.
Am I making Vince mad?
Yes. Be careful there. Man, I got this like mole in my arm that it's probably cancerous. Like, it's almost shapen.
Oh, God. Don't tell me that you haven't gone to a doctor.
No, it's almost shapen, and it, like...
Is it raised?
Yeah. And it's, like, kind of itchy a little bit.
Itchy, that's weird. Has it changed over the years?
I don't know. It's got, like, a black dot in the middle of it, too.
This is the same guy that's questioning Chris Long. Doesn't know how to take care of himself. I mean, this is...
I take care of myself. I run a lot.
Running doesn't beat cancer.
Running can beat arm cancer.
It wouldn't be arm cancer. There's no such thing.
It's on my arm.
It'd be skin cancer.
Fuck it.
Okay, so the common signs of a mole that's an issue are weird, like raised. It changes, misshaped, different colors. You have all that going on. JLucky, this fucking idiot did like. Our fucking listeners are going to think you're the biggest idiot. You're against Chris Long giving $1 million, and now you're pointing out you have a mole on your arm that's probably cancerous, and you're not doing anything about it.
What?
This mole's hideous, by the way, folks. Hideous.
Hideous. Come on. You're just playing it up for the cameras.
There are no cameras.
What is she drinking? She went and got a Miller Lite.
That's not a Miller Lite. It's freaking clear.
Oh.
She's probably under the same spell that if I drink these clear beers, that there's no calories in them.
No, these are calories. These have 92.
Oh, so that's less than the one you're having.
Yeah. See, she's just trying to fatten me up constantly.
Henry's hard water.
Oh, 92 calories calories and 2 grams of carbs.
Okay, so it's a little bit better than a Miller Lite.
I made the mistake of
These
like
are good.
showing Sam my mole that like feels
The
weird.
one that you need to go get checked.
Yeah, needed to go get checked like years ago.
I'll be
Here's
fine.
the problem, though.
I told him that.
Folks, the reason this man never got this mole checked is because nobody's ever seen it because he doesn't do anything with his shirt off.
That's true. Yeah.
So this mole hasn't seen the light of day in like 20 years. So who knows if it changed or
hey,
not.
I'm wearing one shirt tonight. Did you notice?
Did
that?
you?
Yeah, I'm wearing one.
Wow.
I got
Just for you, Sam. Just
I got
for
one
you.
T-shirt on.
I'm
yeah.
telling you, folks, it's a big event if this man's only wearing one shirt.
Yeah, it's a big time deal. Podcast. All right. This episode will probably get like 8 listeners tonight or this week.
Well, they'll be too late for them once they've listened to it.
Yeah.
It's the following one that'll really take the toll on it.
That's true. Yeah, actually, they'll listen to this one and go, "Wow, this is a piece of shit."
Nothing about wrestling.
Trust me.
This episode's about moles.
Trust me, we are the best wrestling podcast out of Reading that you are going to hear.
And the good news is you may not have to listen to another episode because he may be dead by the time we
I won't be dead. Nobody
record
dies
next
from
time.
arm cancer.
Yeah, just tempting fate.
Is there anything that you'd like to add to the episode this week, sir? I mean, I'm sure that other things have happened, but you know, it's a weekly show. We'll pick it up next week. If we miss
It's
something.
the longest weekly episodic podcast show in the history of.
Oh, by the way, our little draft that we were going to do about who shows up on.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that because they're fucking telling us everybody that's showing up.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, you weren't paying attention? Well, I would kill this draft then because I know everybody.
Who's showing up?
They've got APA,
Okay.
the New Age Outlaws, DX, Hall and Nash,
Still.
Stone Cold.
Hall and Nash. Hall and Oates, too, maybe?
Yeah, Hall and Oates, Hall and Nash.
Hall's going to be drunk.
Yeah, Stone Cold.
I saw. It didn't make sense.
Sergeant Slaughter,
Brother Love.
Brother Love.
Even though Brother Love was like a
DiBiase.
Superstars type guy.
Yeah, I know they're a little bit older.
Like, he was older than really Raw.
Yeah, like I don't understand DiBiase showing up. He wasn't Raw, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Nor was
Although,
Sergeant Slaughter. But
Money,
I think those are guys that are just in the back
money.
office all the time. I hate your rendition of songs.
That's
like
how it
you're
goes.
the worst entrance song singer.
But I'm the best at
Or
entrance songs.
might not be. We don't know yet. Remember that episode?
Everybody's got a price.
Okay, let's end this tonight because you're going off the rails.
Money.
We're going to catch you guys next week on the next edition of the
Are
Guerrilla Press.
you going to give the plugs?
Oh, fuck.
God, you're so bad at this.
Why don't you do it then?
Because that's not my thing. It's
Oh,
your thing.
so
I'm like.
what are you? I want to know what you are.
I'm the
actually.
star of the show.
Holy
I'm above giving such things as, catch us here and catch us there. I'm at The Real SCAV. I have over 400 followers. Follow me
now.
at The Real SCAV.
For now. Follow us at Wrestling Dorks. Follow the network at Tapped Out Pod. Go on the www on the interwebs, tappedoutpod.com. And from there you can stream the show, all the shows.
Did we find out if that hurts our numbers or not?
Oh, we didn't find that out. I'm kind of over the whole numbers thing.
No, you used to be obsessed with the
I
numbers.
used to be obsessed about it. I'd like to know that we're doing well, and we are doing well, and we're improving every single week. Like
I told you, I met some people that I went to school with, like one of them, and they were like, well, how many people is it? And I told them, like, the one episode had X amount of number, and they were like, wow, that's awesome to think that many people, like, listen to you.
It is crazy to think that if you put that many people into a room, they're sitting there listening to us two fat fucks talk about wrestling for an hour.
Talk about moles.
And moles, wrestling moles, vaginas, whatever else comes out of our mouths.
Yeah, no vagina talk
Wait,
this week.
Vaginas don't come out of our mouths. That's,
Penis
well.
talk.
She's talking about...
I was accused of penis bullying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, JLucky's talking about penises. Go figure.
That's going to be her new thing.
Can't get them off their mind.
The penis bully, JLucky.
We had
my goodness.
we had harassment training today at work.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was quite interesting. One of the things was they're like, this is not allowed. If your boss during a review says to you, well, I'd like to be able to promote you, but you're going to have to do something for me first. I'm like, isn't this overt about it? Like, and then one was an email from like it was like in an email like saying like, well, I'm going to give you a bad review unless I'm like,
Oh my god, it's never like that.
yeah, it's but yeah, then basically it was
It's
just
more like I'm going to invite you over to my house and make you gluten-free food for a few months. And if you don't come over and eat that gluten-free food, then I'm not going to give you a promotion and fire your friend.
yes,
You know
kind of
what I
like
mean?
that.
It's more like that.
Yeah, and the thing made it seem so easy to stop there. Like, well, if this happens, first politely tell them you don't welcome these advances.
Oh my god, these courses are the worst.
And then second, you need to go to someone and tell them about it. I'm like, yeah, okay, good luck. Good luck telling on the guy that runs the fucking show.
Yeah.
And not getting the third thing it shows. And what else isn't allowed is retaliation against you. I'm like, that's exactly
bullshit.
what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So fuck off, everybody.
Like, you heard about the whole Golden Globes thing about how it's the Me Too or whatever movement where...
I didn't see the Golden Globes, so I mean, I know about Me Too, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, the whole thing is that now women are feeling more empowered to actually speak up.
Right.
I feel like that works for women that, like, don't have... That have other options. You know, if you're working somewhere and this fuck...
Yeah, but I feel like regular women need to start realizing that they have the exact same power. It's just they're scared.
I think so too. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They can
if
do it.
If more
people
saying, came forward, they'd have no choice, and all these dudes would start getting run out of places left and right.
I would love that,
as long as they didn't like own the place by themselves.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I didn't even realize I was doing it. Yeah. So many.
But we've had somehow I've had my life ruined by multiple powerful men who fucked over me and didn't even make sexual advances to me. And I at least want to be hit on. If I'm gonna
give me the opportunity. You know
what I mean? Like, what the hell? Did I mention that you can catch us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and iHeartRadio as well? It's pretty awesome. You can go into iHeartRadio, type in Wrestling Dorks.
We're amazing.
And Tapped Out Pod. You're right there. And we are coming up, my friend. We're still a little bit away, but from the 2-year anniversary of the Wrestling Dorks is coming up soon. Isn't that fucking crazy? We've been doing this shit for 2 years.
My second longest relationship ever.
Hey-oh! All right, guys. Well, catch us next week when we will be just as energetic, and JLucky will make fun of just as many penises next week on the Guerrilla Press with the Wrestling Dorks.
You've had one too many seltzer waters or whatever else, sparkling waters.
Later.